Hello, good morning, everybody, students. Uh, as you know, usually the Telangana government of Telangana, and our Minister for Higher Education, as well as our dynamic commissioner for collegiate education, has given us a very good opportunity for staying at home and taking the classes uh, for the benefit of the students, to provide from to avoid from COVID-19, that is corona, spreading over all over world as well as India, and in India, in all the state in India, as well as in our Telangana state also. So the higher officials has decided to close the educational institutes from to avoid from COVID-19, that is corona disease. Okay, crucial. And first of all, I introduce myself. I, Ratnasade Pragna Kumar, that is I am a lecturer in computer science, that is Department of Computer Science, and working at Government Degree College, that is Sciences, Adilabad. Okay, and uh, here for the third unit for the computer sciences, the today's class is attributes of files. Come to our topic. First of all, the topic name is attributes of files. Yesterday we thought file systems, that was very important one, and here attributes of files. In these files, attributes of a file: name, identifier, type, location, size, protection, time, date, and user identifications are there, and each and every subtopics we are explaining. Then first we have to come to the name. Okay, what is a name then? Attribute of a file. In this we are having a name. It is the only information. The name is a only information which is in human readable form. That means human readable form. It is a information which is in human readable form. This is called as name. And the second one is identifier. Here the identifier means the file is identifies by a unique tag. Okay, the file is identified by a unique tag, that is a number within file system, is known as the identifier. Okay, once again I repeat, the file is identified by a unique tag, that is number within the file system, is known as identifier. Then the next one is type. It is needed for systems that support different types of files. It is needed for system for what? To support different types of files. Okay, this is a type, nothing but it is type. And the location, the next is location, pointers to file location on device. Okay, this is nothing a location. What is that? pointer to file location on device is nothing but a location. And come to the next one, that is a size, the current size of the file. What this side shows? The current size. Different types of files will be there in attributes, and these the current size, the current file means the now we are going to see the file, that is nothing but a current file. The current file size will be displayed, that's why it is a size, known as size. The next one is protection. This controls, protection controls and assigns the power of reading. What does it do? Protection, just its control and assign the power of reading and executing. This is nothing but a protection. Once again, the controls, that means protection controls the assigns the power of reading, writing and executing, is nothing but a protection. And the another one is time, date and user identifications. Here this is a data of protection, security and usage monitoring. Okay, this time, date and user identification is nothing but a data for protection, security and usage monitoring. This is nothing but attributes of files. What we have thought in this attributes of file? We have name, identifier, type, location, size, protection, time, date and user identification. These all are attributes of files. Okay, and come to next file access methods. Okay, the way that file, the next topic is file access methods. So the way that files are accessed and read into memory is determined by access methods. What is that? The way that files are accessed and read into memory is determined by access methods. Usually a single access method is supported by system, while there are OS that supports multiple access methods, support multiple access methods. Then what are the multiple access methods? The first one is sequential access, the second one is direct access, the third is indexed sequence access. These are the three methods we are having. The first one is sequential access. In this sequential access, data is accessed one record right after another in an order. Okay, what it does? Data is accessed if one data is accessed, record right after another in an order. It will access one record right after another in an order. This will data will access this. Okay, this is a first important point, and that is in sequential access. And the next one important is read command causes a pointer to be moved ahead by one. That means which reads the command cause and a pointer to be removed and a pointer to be moved ahead by 1. That means it will read the command and the pointer will move 1 by 1. Okay, this is a in sequential access. The another one is write command allocation, which write command allocates space for the record and move the pointer to the new end of the file. What it does? It will write command which allocates space. Okay, sequential access write command allocates space for the record and moves the pointer to the new end of the file. And another point is such a method is reasonable for tape. Okay, the above methods are reasonable, that is a sequential access method is reasonable for tape. This is the first method, that is sequential access. In this the points. The second method is direct access. Here this method is useful for disks. Okay, this direct access method is useful for disks only. And the next is the file is viewed as a number sequence of blocks or records. The file is viewed as a number sequence. That means file, each and every file sequentially numbered of block or record. It will be in block or record. This is the second important point of view in direct access. The third one is there are no restrictions. There are no restrictions on which blocks are read or write. Read or written. What is that? There are no restrictions on which blocks are read or written. It can be DOB in any order. It will read or write and DOB in any order also. It is not a restrictions for the blocks to read or write in and it will DOB in any order also. Okay, this is the very important point in direct access. And the fourth one is user now says read n rather than read next. What the user says? Read n, okay, rather than read next. Read next is nothing but we have to, the user which uses direct access will say read n only. Okay, n is a number relative to the beginning of files. Okay, n is a number relative to the beginning of files, not relative to an absolute physical disk location. It is a relative for the beginning of a file but not relative to an absolute physical disk location. Okay, this is the direct access. Okay, we are having important points for the direct access. And the third method, the last method is index sequential access. Okay, in index sequence access, it is built on top of sequential access. Okay, it is built on top of sequential access. And another point is it uses an index to control the pointer while accessing file. What it does? It uses an index. It will use the index to control the pointer while accessing a file. This is the two very important for index sequential access. Okay, and today for file access methods we are having three, that is sequential access, okay, direct access, and indirect sequence access. Okay, the next point uh, which is known as a directory. What is a directory? Which is an important topic. Directory is a very important topic for the examination viewpoint, and dear students, you have to listen carefully what is a directory and its features. Okay, and here directory means, what is a directory? Information about files is maintained by directories. What is that? Information about files is maintained by directories. Okay, a directory can contain multiple files. It contains multiple files. That is what is a directory then? Information about file is maintained in by directories. And what is a director? A directory can contain multiple files. It contains multiple files. It can even have directories inside of them. Okay, it will have multiple files and even have directory inside of them. In Windows we also call these directories as folders. Okay, this is the information about directory. What is directory and what are its characteristics? Okay, in these again we are having name in directory, name, type, location, size, position, protection, usage and mounting. These are all the having in directory. What is a name again? The name visible to user is nothing but name. What is the type? Type of the directory, the which type of directory we are using, that is nothing but a type. Okay. What is the location? Device and location on the device where the file header is located. Okay, device and location on the device where the file header is located is known as location. What is that? Device as well as file. Device and location on the device where the file header is located is known as location. Okay, then the next one is size. Number of bytes or number of words or number of blocks in the file is known as size. Okay, what are they? Number of bytes or number of words or number of blocks in a file is nothing, that is a size. Okay, then the next is position. Current next read or current next write pointers. Okay, these pointers will show the current next to read or current next to write pointers is nothing but is a position. Okay, which where is the position to read or write, to next read or next write for the pointers is known as a position. Okay, the next one is protection. Access control on read, access control on write, access control on execute, and access control to delete is known as a protection. Action, what is the deep access control on read, write, execute or delete. Read or write or execute or delete is known as a protection. Okay, and the next is usage, time of creation, access, modification, etc. is nothing but a usage. What is that? The usage means time of creation, access, modification, etc. is nothing but a usage. And what is a mounting? When the root of one file, next one mounting the last one, that is when the root of one file is grafted into the existing tree to an existing tree of another file system is known as mounting. What is that? When the root of one file system is grafted, when the root of one file system, the root of one file system is grafted into the existing tree of another file system is nothing but a mounting. So here the these all contains directory. Okay, we just which is very important for our examination point also. Students, in directory, once again I am repeating, in directory we are having name, type, location, size, position, protection, usage as well as mounting. Okay, this is nothing but a directory. Then the next topic is disk structure. Okay, the next topic is disk structure. Each modern disk contains concentric tracks, and each track is divided into multiple sectors, is known as a disk structure. What is that? Each modern disk contains concentric tracks, and each track is divided into multiple sectors. Okay, in these the different points, important points are there. What are that? Disk drives, and disk drives are addressed as large one dimensional array of logical blocks, where the logical block is the smallest unit of transfer. Once again I repeat, disk drives are addressed as a large one dimensional array of logical blocks, where the logical blocks is the smallest unit of transfer. This is the very important point in for the disk structure. And the second is low level formatting creates logical blocks on physical media. Okay, low level formatting creates logical blocks on physical media. Then the first the one dimensional array, the next point, the one dimensional array of logical blocks is mapped into the sector of the disk sequentially. What is that? The one dimensional array of logical block is mapped into the sectors of a disk sequentially. The next one is sector 0 is the first sector and the first track on the outermost cylinder. Okay, the sector first is 0. That means sector 0 is the first sector of the first track of the outermost cylinder. This is the very important in this for a disk structure. And the next is mapping proceeds in order through that track. Mapping proceeds in order through that track, then the rest of the track in that cylinder. Okay, what is that? First, mapping proceeds in order through that track only. The map is proceeding within the order through that track only, then the rest of the track in that cylinder. Okay, and then through the rest of the cylinder from outermost to innermost. Okay, and then through the rest of the cylinders from outermost to innermost. Okay, the next point, logical to physical address. To physical address should be easy. In this, logical to physical address is very simple and easy. The next point is except for bad sectors. That means in disk structure, the bad structure excepts for bad structure. The all is okay, the all will accept, and which is for bad structure, it will accept for bad sectors. Okay, non-constant hash of sectors per track via constant angular velocity. This is the last and very important point in this disk structure is non-constant, that is hash of sectors per track via constant angular velocity. This is the points for different important points for the disk structure. And come to the file system. Next topic, that is a file system structure. Here disk offers the massive amount of secondary storage. In a file system structure, disks offer the massive amount of secondary storage where a file system can be maintained. Here disk what is offering in a file system structure? Disk is offering the massive amount of secondary storage where a file system can be maintained. They have two characteristics which make them a suitable medium for storing various files. They are having two characteristics which make the suitable medium for storing various files in a system structure, file system structure. What are the two characteristics? The first one, a disk can be used to rewrite in place. What is that? A disk can be used to rewrite in place. It is possible to read a chunk from the disk. It is possible to read a chunk from the disk, modify the chunk. It is possible to read a chunk from the disk and modify the chunk and write it back there in the same place. What it does? The disk, when it is used to write in place, if possible, if it is possible to read a chunk, okay, to read a chunk from the disk, modify the chunk and write it back there in the same place. It will do read and write, okay, read, and it will be modified also in the same place only. This is the first characteristics of a file system structure, okay. And the next is a disk can access directly and a given block of data it contains. A disk can access directly and give a disk can access directly and give block of data it contains. Hence, it is easy to access any file either in sequence or at a random, and switching from one single file to another need only to move the read write heads and wait for the disk to rotate to the specific location. This is a very important characteristics for the file system structure. Here the topic file system structures and their characteristics. The next one is file system implementation. Here, what is a file system implementation? Numerous disk and in memory configuration and structures are being used for implementing a file system. Once again I repeat, for the file system implementation, numerous on disk and in memory configuration and structures are being used for implementing a file system. These structures differ based on the operating system and the file system, but applying some general principles. Here there are portrayed below, okay. They are the general principles. We are having near about 3 general principles. A boot control, first one is a boot block. A boot control block usually contains the information required by the system for booting and operating system from that value. When the disk does not contain any operating system, this block can be treated as empty. This is typically the first chunk of a value. The UFS, this is termed as the boot blocks. In NTFS, it is a partial boot sector. It is in NTFS, it is a partition boot sector. Okay, this is the first principle. And the second principle, a volume control blocks. A volume control block holds volume of the partition details, such as the number of blocks in the partition, size of the blocks or chunks, free blocks count along with free block pointers. In UFC, it is termed as super block. In NTFC, it is stored in the matter file table. This is the second what we say principle, general principle. And the third one is a director. A directory structure per file system is required for organizing the files. In UFS, it helps the file names and associate inode numbers. In NTFS, it gets stored in the master file table. This is the third principle, and the final last principle is the FCB contains many details regarding any file, which includes the file permission, ownership, and the size of the file and locates of data blocks. In UFS, it is also called the inode. In NTFS, this information gets stored within the matter file, that is a master file table that uses a relation database, that is RDBMS structure, using a row per file. Okay, this is nothing but file system implementation and its general principles. And here we are having the last and topic, that is file allocation mode, that is file allocation method, which is also very important for our examination point of view. Dear students, you just concentrate for this topic, that is a file allocation method. The allocation method defines how the files are stored in the disk blocks. It defines how the files are stored in the disk blocks. There are three main disk space or file allocation methods. We are having three main disk space or file allocation methods. What are they? Contiguous allocation, linked allocation, index allocation. The main idea behind these methods is to provide the main idea. We are having how many allocations are there? Three, that is disk space, main disk space or file allocation methods. We are having three, that is contiguous allocation, linked allocation, index allocation. We are having three allocations. In this, the main idea behind these methods is to provide efficient disk space utilization. The first one, efficient disk space utilization, and the second is fast access to the file blocks. Okay, all the three methods have their own advantages and disadvantages are discussed below. Okay, so here the second we will go to next class. So dear students, here we are going to stop our class, and once again I repeat, I thankful. Why? Because you will be listening and getting the each and every topic perfectly, and in the examination point of view. Once again I repeat, you take the pen and rough papers, and each you choose one topic from this. By seeing, reading and writing, you go on reading as well as writing for 10 times. After that, the topic should be kept beside. Then, without seeing, you try to write the topic fully for 1 or 2 times. If any mistakes, again you go on seeing and writing for 3 to 4 times. Again you keep it beside. Without seeing, you write down until and unless you get the topic without stopping. Okay. This is the good method for practicing reading as well as handwriting, writing also. So I request to the students to take care for your life. Why? Because the corona, that is COVID-19, is spreading over throughout all the districts, and our government has given a good opportunity for you as well as us as that means lecturers and students to stay at home and safely uh, to to be safe in our lives. Why? Because to provide from to avoid from the COVID 19, okay, that is corona disease. So I especially thankful to the government of Telangana as well as the Minister for Higher Education and our dynamic commissioner for collegiate education. We are very much thankful to giving us a very good opportunity for the benefit, who have given a good opportunity for the benefit of the students in government degree colleges, studying in government degree colleges throughout the state, that is Telangana state, and for the lecturers also for staying at home and taking the classes by PPT, that is PowerPoint presentation, and we are uploading these PowerPoint presentation to YouTube to get the benefit for the students by our commissioner. Thank you. Thank you for the higher authorities and thank you for your our students. I hope that you will obey the what we are going to say, how we are going to prepare our lessons, each topic, how we are going to practice, so that practice makes a man perfect. Okay, and do this like that only, and each and every topic you will complete without seeing, and you will get the very good percentage of marks in your future examinations. Okay, thank you very much.